So, here's a crazy stat for you. Only 1% of the population has visible six-pack abs. Yeah, you heard that right. Just 1%. If you're wondering why, it's not because people aren't trying. In fact, tons of people are putting in hours at the gym and following strict diets. But the truth is, most are making a series of mistakes that keep them from ever seeing those coveted abs pop. But don't worry. Today, we're going to dive into those mistakes. And more importantly, how you can avoid them to finally see the results you've been working for. Now, we all know that getting abs is about lowering body fat, right? It sounds simple, but here's the kicker. The belly area is one of the last places to release fat. It's like your body's secret stash, and it holds on to that fat for dear life. Why? Because storing fat around your midsection is super efficient for your body. It's like your body's energy savings account. Keeping fat there doesn't require much effort from your body, so naturally, it's the last place you'll lose it. Your body will pull fat from other areas, your face, arms, legs, before it even thinks about touching your belly fat. And that's where most people start to get frustrated and give up. They think their efforts aren't working, when in reality, they just haven't given it enough time. Here's a tip. The next time you feel discouraged about your abs not showing, take a closer look at the areas where you are losing fat. Are your face and jawline getting more defined? Are your arms and legs looking leaner? That's progress, and it's a sure sign that you're on the right track, even if it hasn't hit your belly yet. Fat loss is a marathon, not a sprint. The key is patience. Most people quit right before they're about to see results. Everyone wants fast results, but when it comes to abs, patience is everything. To see your abs, you've got to drop your body fat percentage to around 10 to 13% for men and 18 to 20% for women. But here's the problem. Fat doesn't melt away evenly. Your belly is typically the last place it goes, which means you'll start to notice fat loss in other areas, like your face, arms, and legs, before you even catch a glimpse of those abs. That's why so many people give up when they don't see their abs immediately. They assume it's not working, and they throw in the towel. The reality is, you've got to stay in a calorie deficit long enough for your body to start pulling from that stubborn belly fat. And yeah, that can take months of consistent effort. But trust me, it's worth it. One of the biggest myths out there is that you can spot reduce fat. You can't. Doing 1,000 crunches a day won't burn the fat off your midsection. Your body decides where it loses fat first, and unfortunately, you have no control over that. So instead of obsessing over one area, focus on losing fat overall with a combination of proper nutrition, cardio, and strength training. You want to work on reducing your total body fat, and over time, your abs will start to reveal themselves. Here's another mistake a lot of people make. They set their diet and forget about it. They think as long as they're in a calorie deficit, they'll keep losing fat indefinitely. But as you get leaner, your metabolism actually slows down. You're carrying less weight, so your body burns fewer calories throughout the day. Plus, if you've lost muscle along the way, that can lower your resting metabolic rate even further. If you hit a plateau, it's a sign that your current diet has become your new maintenance level. You're no longer in a deficit. This is where you need to be strategic. A common mistake is cutting calories too drastically, which can backfire in a big way. When you slash calories too much, your body can enter what's known as starvation mode, where it tries to hold on to fat for survival. Instead of making huge cuts, try lowering your calories in smaller increments, 200 to 300 calories at a time, and give it a few weeks before you assess your progress. If you're not seeing movement on the scale, then it's time to make another small adjustment. Also, don't forget about protein. When you're in a calorie deficit, prioritizing protein is crucial for maintaining muscle mass. The more muscle you preserve, the higher your metabolism will stay. Aim for about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight per day. This will help prevent muscle loss, keep your metabolism running higher, and ensure that when the fat starts to peel away, you'll reveal strong, defined abs underneath. Now let's get real for a second. Not everyone is going to have that perfectly chiseled six-pack, and that's totally okay. The rectus abdominis, the muscle responsible for the six-pack look, is shaped differently in everyone. Some people have a perfectly symmetrical six-pack, others might have a four-pack, and some might not have much separation at all. This all comes down to genetics and the way your tendinous inscriptions are arranged. You can't control how your abs are structured, but you can control how lean you get and how strong those muscles become. Here's a quick myth buster. No matter how much training you do, you can't sculpt your abs into a specific shape. Your abs are genetically predetermined. Some people have that classic six-pack, while others might have abs that are more staggered or uneven. But guess what? That's part of what makes them unique to you. And when you get lean enough, they'll still look great, even if they don't look exactly like the ones you see on Instagram. Now, let's talk about another huge mistake people make: ignoring progressive overload when training abs. You wouldn't avoid lifting heavier weights for your chest or back, right? So why treat your abs differently? To really develop your abs, you need to progressively challenge them by adding resistance. The more developed your abby muscles are, the more they'll pop when you get lean. So, instead of cranking out endless bodyweight crunches, focus on weighted exercises like decline sit-ups, weighted leg raises, and cable crunches. Aim for multiple sets of 6 to 10 reps, just like you would for any other muscle group. Think about it this way. You wouldn't expect your chest or biceps to grow if you didn't challenge them with heavier weights over time. Your abs are no different. Start adding resistance to your ab exercises and aim to feel challenged by the last rep of each set. As you get stronger, keep increasing the weight. Over time, you'll start to notice your abs becoming more prominent, even before you've reached your goal body fat percentage. For a long time, there was this belief that you could build abs just by doing compound lifts like squats and deadlifts. And while those exercises do engage your core, they don't target your abs nearly as much as AB-specific exercises. Research shows that AB exercises like crunches and sit-ups activate your rectus abdominis far more than compound lifts do. So, don't rely on just squats and deadlifts to get abs. Make sure you're including targeted AB exercises in your routine at least 2 to 3 times a week. And here's a key point. Stop training your abs every day. Your abs need time to recover just like any other muscle. 2 to 3 heavy abby sessions per week is plenty to stimulate growth. Recovery is where the magic happens. Your muscles grow while you rest, not while you're constantly overworking them. Overtraining your abs can actually slow down your progress by not giving your muscles enough time to rebuild. Lastly, there's this common fear that doing crunches or sit-ups will mess up your back, but that's not true if you use proper form. One of the main functions of the rectus abdominis is spinal flexion, which means movements like crunches are perfectly natural for your body. While static exercises like planks are great for core stability, they don't fully develop the muscles like crunching movements do. To really build your abs, you need to incorporate a full range of motion with exercises like sit-ups and crunches. Just be sure to perform them safely. Don't yank on your neck during reps, and focus on engaging your core. Remember, when it comes to AB training, it's all about quality over quantity. Slow down your reps and focus on engaging your muscles fully. A few well-executed reps will always be more effective than hundreds of rushed, sloppy ones. So there you have it. If you want to see those abs, it's time to get serious about your nutrition, your training, and your mindset. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You can absolutely get there, but it's going to take consistency, effort, and smart adjustments along the way. Keep grinding, stay focused, and I promise you, those abs are in there, just waiting to be revealed.